morning, Northmont Nights, and welcome to Wonderopolis. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to get the most out of this really neat website that I recently found that we're going to be using every day in our seesaw. We are looking at the wonder of the day today. Now, every day we will go into Wonderopolis and we will explore a different wondering. Today it's Wonder 1711. You'll see that right down here. And if we're working on place value together in the classroom, I just want you to read this number with me, 1711. Good job, guys. Okay, so today's wondering is, what is the most important book of all time? And the most important thing for you to know about using this website is that right down here below the title, in this green bar, you're going to see this awesome little icon that says listen. And if you click on the listen button, it will open this up in a new tab in your browser, and it will actually read this passage to you, which is terrific if you are struggling with any of the words, or if you are struggling with just being able to get through it, if you're pausing every 3 to 4 words, if you're not sure, if you're having to stop and sound out a lot, then I recommend that you click the listen button. But do me a favor, if you click the listen button and it opens up the new tab, please use your pointer finger and follow along. That is one of the best strategies to help you become a more fluent reader. And so we can use this as an opportunity to help improve your own reading skills. So make sure, if you need to, that you click on the listen button. Otherwise, stay with me and let's explore the rest of the site. So if you'll notice, we have a nice introduction here with some bullet points. Those are great. Make sure that you read those. And then down here, I like to call this the header bar. And in the header bar, we have some interesting graphics that we can look at. And we also have a video. So if you click on one of these, you can open up the graphic and look at it in more detail, because sometimes those JPEGs are small and we can't really see what's happening in the picture itself. I like this one, the picture of the beautiful library with all these terrific colors. But also on here we have a video. And what the video does is the video gives you an introduction to the story that you're about to read. Now that is really important because, as most of you know, when we are sitting down in class, when we are reading through a flex story, the very first thing we do is explore the title, we explore the author, and then we ask each other questions. That's called activating prior knowledge. I also call it front loading. The video helps us think about this topic because we already know things about the topics about which we read. We already know stuff. And so what we want to do is we want to activate that part of the brain that says, oh, wait, I remember reading something about this before, or I've seen a movie about this, or I've watched a video about this, or I heard my mom or dad talking about this the other day. The video is great for activating your prior knowledge, so make sure that you click on the video and watch it before you dig through the text. Okay, once you watch the video, you're going to scroll down here, and if you'll notice, there are some really nice little highlights all over this page. This is awesome. These are the vocabulary words from this text. And so, when we're at school and we're reading a passage in our workbook or from a piece of paper, we can take our pencil, we can circle words that we don't understand, that we need to look up in the dictionary, we can write definitions in the corners, we can write questions in the corners. What do we call that? That's right, we call that a close read. And so I love that all these vocabulary words are highlighted, because even though we don't have the ability to scribble on this right now, we can stop, look at the definition, read it, think about it, and just make a mental note as we're reading through. So almost like a close read. So once you read through the text, I want you to notice that on the right-hand side of the screen, we have some boxes. This first box is a contributors box. I like this because we know that we like to give credit where credit is due, right? That's a big piece of citing evidence and all the other things that we do when we're writing. So whoever wrote this article is giving a shout out to the people who contributed information, to the people who asked the question, and you can click this box, what are you wondering? And you can actually submit your own questions, which I think is awesome. So don't forget to do that. Then if you come down here, wonder words. These are the words that are highlighted in the text that you are going to pause and look at as you read through. You can then take the Wonder Word Challenge, which I think would be fun. I haven't taken one of the Wonder Word Challenges yet, so if you do take this challenge, let me know. And I really encourage you to do it. Even though this website does not have a login for you, and it isn't going to record anything that you do, so I won't know if you've taken the Wonder Word Challenge. I would still really like for you to do that, and you can mention it to me when you reply on Seesaw. Okay, the next box is the Did You Get It box. And again, this is just a quick little quiz about what you read, and it would be very good for you to go ahead and engage in that. Even though I don't get results, you will get results. And that's the most important thing, is that you get the results and that you know what you've learned from the passage and that you get some questions answered as well. So that's it. That is how you use Wonderopolis. Every day I'm going to be posting a new wonder on our Seesaw, and I hope that you will come on over to Wonderopolis and read and enjoy it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.